Sup world, Jason here. Today I want to do a quick update workout video. I haven't been making much content lately, so I'm going to try to make more. I haven't been really working out much the last 5 or so months since I started my new landscaping job. The job itself is quite exhausting and quite the workout, so though it has helped with the weight loss, I'm down 25 pounds in those 5 months. Today I plan to do a full body workout, do body weight squats for my leg, which I was demonstrating a lunge to a client yesterday without doing my proper warm-up, and I kind of pulled a little muscle in my right quad. So I'll be taking the squats a little easy today, but it's feeling much better today, and I think that it'll be fine as long as I take it easy. Did a lot of stretching, foam rolling last night, so I'll be doing dumbbell incline press for my push, and I will be doing cable pull downs for my pull. Then I will do an isolation circuit afterwards. So let's get started. We'll see how the squats feel today. Not bad, not bad. Going forward, I want to see just how much my body can recover from the weight loss and everything. So I plan to get down to 150 pounds again, which I believe this time with my added muscle mass will put me at about 10% body fat, which will be very interesting to see. I didn't think that my body can recover as well as it is, and as well as I think it will once I get down even lower. So it'd be really cool and interesting to see. Also, thinking about doing a bodybuilding show. There's one in Omaha. I believe it got canceled for this year. Granted, this year would be probably a little too soon anyways. Granted, maybe not. But there is one in Iowa as well. I believe it's in November, this November. So that would be kind of a cool pinnacle for all this, would be actually stepping on stage in a thong or underwear. Probably do classic physique, and they don't wear a thong, they wear more like really small shorts. So that would be very interesting, and that would also be extra motivation for me to get as absolutely lean as possible, which I won't maintain for that long, but I truly just want to see the pinnacle of what I can do with my body, pinnacle of how it can recover, and obviously dramatic effect for YouTube always helps because, you know, ultimately I want to build this brand and I want personal training in person and online to be my career. It will be my career. There's no other options. I've always known. There's always been something. I don't know where it came from. God, I don't know. But I've always known. I just knew. I knew I was going to lose the weight. I knew I was going to become a personal trainer. I knew I was going to start a YouTube channel. It's just the way it has to be. There's no other option. There truly is no other option. So keep putting in the effort, keep moving towards that direction, and I'm gonna get there one day soon. I think it's gonna be very cool. Twenties felt a little heavy, my first set, so I'm gonna do 20s again. Your warm-up sets should never be fatiguing, literally. Literally never be fatiguing. A proper warm-up will actually make you stronger. And so doing anything but a proper warm-up is kind of silly. Injury prevention increases your performance. I mean, why not spend the extra couple minutes? I mean, even if it's 2 warm-up sets, I mean, even one, just do a warm-up set. I'm already winded. The cardio benefit of the circuit. I'm also out of shape. I need to do more cardio. Apparently I need to do more lunges also. Luckily it wasn't embarrassing. It could have been embarrassing, but it was actually a good teaching moment and learning moment. And I knew I need to be doing my warm-ups before a session as well, especially when I'm teaching a client a lunge. Luckily it was very minor. It was just like literally a strip of muscle about 1 inch wide and maybe 4 or 5 inches long, right here in the middle of my quad. Of course, it was when I was doing the lunge this way. And yeah, lesson learned. Teachable moment. Well, luckily it wasn't bad enough to where it actually affected me, but probably not doing the best accounting right now. Trying to focus on what I'm saying, but I usually shoot for 10 to 12 reps on my warm-ups. 0 fatigue. You can get little heart rate increases, okay, but you shouldn't be feeling muscular fatigue. I'm probably doing a little too much right now. I think it's also the combination of trying to talk while I'm doing this that is making me lose my breath a little more than normal also, but also you can take a break whenever you want in this process, as you see fit, as needed. Moving up to 25s here. These are probably still a little too heavy for my warm-ups, but not too bad. That's why I started with 20s. I usually start with 15s and 20s and 25s, and I went 20, 20, 25. So I was like thinking straight, trying to think about what I was gonna say. But that's okay. So we did 3 warm-ups of each of those movements. Now I'm gonna do 3 workings for each of those movements. You can continue to pyramid up and weight throughout the working sets, or you can choose a constant weight. Kind of depends on your goals, what you have access to, what you want to do. So I typically continue to pyramid up through my working sets. Well, actually I do both. It just depends. Today, I'm going for more of a pump because I'm going to do a posing routine after this, a little short for YouTube. So I'm going to do a little higher volume, a little lower weight. Plus I haven't been working out much lately, so higher volume, lower weight, lower intensity is a good option. I'm going to take a little bit of a break between these sets because I'm winded. Need to work on my cardio. All right, I think I'm just going to do 8s today on the squat. Don't want to overwork my leg. Put too much stress on it. I'm going to shoot 4 12s. 12s and push the pull. Also, I haven't worked out so long, I don't even really know how strong I am still. My strength will come back quick, but especially being my first or second real workout back. That's is too heavy. Bump it down and do a few more. Always make sure you're going through the full range of motion. Full. Slow, eccentric. Relatively fast, yet controlled, concentric. Recruits more muscle fibers. The slow, eccentric causes more damage to the muscle fibers. Perfect combination. Just stick with 25s. Slow, controlled, eccentric. Fast, controlled, concentric. Slow, fast. Full range of motion. No, I'm going to go center. I think this is 12. Oh, starting to feel it in my right leg. My right leg is definitely getting more tired. It doesn't feel like pulled muscle. It feels like fatigue in the muscle soreness. But it doesn't feel bad or worrisome at all. If it felt bad or worrisome at all, I would stop doing squats immediately. Only got one more set, but it feels totally fine. It just feels a little tender, like muscle soreness right here. And it's weird that I can't even really find the tender spot until I move it in a certain way. But just like feeling for it, it feels normal until I move it in the certain way where it recruits those fibers. Granted, today it feels much better than it did yesterday, but all right. Getting 12 this time. Make sure your last rep's a good one. As good as it can be. See how easy this one is. It's kind of feeling pretty weak. So see if I can 12 again. If not, I'll just take a little more time between this set and my last set. But yeah. Also depends on your goals. Discounted, but still like we're in 11. Definitely gonna have to take a bit of a breather before my last set of push, because that was pretty much max. I mean, I could have done 2 or 3 more, but I'm not trying to max out. I'm not trying to go to failure right now. You don't really want to or need to go to failure that often. I used to go to failure every workout for years. It dramatically slowed my gains. There's a balance. The recovery and the damage needs to be balanced. If you're going to failure, if you're doing max lifts routinely, like every week, every day, you are dramatically hindering your strength gains and potentially your muscle building gains as well, especially strength though. That's one of the main reasons why I don't think I've gotten much stronger over the last 10 years of lifting, I haven't done strength programming. I haven't actually stuck to any programming for any long period of time, which is the first step. But also, I used to train to failure every workout for years. The first 3-4 years I worked out, I was basically going to failure on every single set. Not the optimal way to do things. All right, third and final working set for my primary compound circuits. Coming at you, just do 8 here again, going easy on the legs. All right, 12 on here. Quality reps all the way through. Probably the best singular thing you can do for gains is focus on quality reps every single rep. Okay, this 12th one might be failure. We'll probably get 13, but we're pretty dang close. Okay. Yeah, I could have got probably 2. Maybe grinded out a third one there, but that's pretty close. Also, that's the other thing is, there's a huge difference between failure and that, which a lot of people would call failure. Huge difference, huge difference. That was probably 2 or 3 reps in reserve, whereas failure is actual muscular failure. You cannot do another one, even if someone was gonna pay you $100 to do it. Big difference there. So it's kind of a fine line that takes a decent amount of experience before you fully understand. Okay, so now I'm going to do my isolation work. The bicep curl, tricep extension, calf raises, shoulder extensions. Calves don't get a warm-up during the compound movements, and so I do warm-ups, additional warm-ups for the calves. But the shoulders, arms get a pretty good warm-up during the compound movements, so I usually only do 1 warm-up set for those. If you keep the pace up, you'll be getting the cardio benefits the whole time. I'm out of shape, so it's easy, but maybe you are too. It is called isolation for a reason. You don't want to move any joints besides the one involved in the movement you're trying to do. So I'm trying to keep my entire body as still as possible besides my elbow. I mean, obviously. I forgot, that was supposed to be warm up. I went a little too intense on that, but as I said, triceps and biceps get a very good warm up during the push and pull. It's not a big deal, but working out this way can be tricky because of the amount of space and equipment you can take up at one time, but you can definitely adjust. For instance, when I'm at the gym, it's full of people, I will go to one of these and I will do my squats, my push, and I'll flip around and do rows on this bench also. So I can do my push, my pull, and my squat at one station. Then I'm going to do my isolation work, and usually you can only do about 2 exercises at a time for that, but then you just go A, B, A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, C, D, adjust, adapt. It's kind of weird at first, and a lot of people aren't comfortable enough to like take dumbbells over to the whatever machine, and they feel weird or whatever, but honestly you'll realize pretty quick that like 99.9% of people do not give a shit what you are doing. It's that simple. Pink 8. I will say, it feels so good to be back down to a weight like this. I mean, it just, if you've been overweight and obese your whole life, you simply don't know what it feels like. And I can try to explain it to you, but words don't do it justice. Words don't do it justice, so talk more about that later. My third go around. So I got 2 more. Do 4 total. First is warm up, 3 working. Bring up the bodybuilding show again. That's not really something that crossed my mind much. As much as I study bodybuilding, as much as I follow, and I mean, it's one of my main interests in life. So it's kind of weird to me that I never thought about it, but that'd be a cool way to tie in my final stages of weight loss. It'd be cool to finalize for my transformation video. It'd be cool just to see what I can do with my body. It would hold me accountable, and it would give me great content. I could document the whole process. So, seems like it'd be kind of silly if I don't do a bodybuilding show. So. I'm feeling pretty weak. Work, tons of bending, picking up, pulling weeds. So great for the posterior chain, back, hamstrings, legs, shoulders, arms, back too, but not very much. I mean, yeah, but it's very exhausting. So my muscles feel very weak, even though I haven't been working out, which obviously if you don't work out, your muscles get weaker. So a combination of you not working out, muscle getting weaker. And then overuse, like I've been overusing certain muscles and underusing some, which is not a good combination, but can cause long-term fatigue. It can take a while for your body to catch up, and I'm kind of still in that phase of like, especially my biceps for pulling, lifting, lower back, bending, lifting. I think after this, I just have one more set of everything. That's the beauty of this style workout, is you can plug in a different push, a different pull, a different leg, different tricep, bicep, calf, abs, shoulders. Plug in different exercises and just do the same format of workout. Makes it very easy, and it is the most effective way to work out. I mean, you can't get more bang for your buck. It's literally not possible. Circuit training. Final working set. I'll probably do one more calf, just because I did an extra warm up. So it's one behind. I forgot to count. Taking that one pretty far, pretty close to failure. If you're gonna push to failure, don't do it super frequently, and save it for the last set of the exercise, or the last set of each exercise. Maybe once a month, once every 2 weeks. You get longer. Some people never go to failure. More people always go to failure though. Going to failure is pretty popular. Not super beneficial 95% of the time. But. We're getting pretty close to failure, but once again, there's a very fine line there. And you want to get close to failure. You definitely want to get close to failure often, but you do not want to go to complete failure often. All right, well, my video cut out. I don't know exactly at what point, hopefully towards the end, but I finished my isolation work. I'm gonna head home, do a posing routine. So if you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.